Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to more Factorio, not 15, all kinds of crazy base stuff. Last time, we got ourselves some processing units. This time, we're going to work on some high-tech science with the expressed goal of getting to logistics systems rather, so that we can retool our base, basically, and build things in not quite their final form, but their second to final form, and start building some modules, which is going to be our factory's next major goal. Before I want to get into that, though, I want to cover a couple quick things. I have done the first major mod update of this campaign so far. I launched it, and I had never updated any mods in this one until this point. So we did do updates, went through, updated anything that needed updating. My upgrade planner was sort of broken before, it wasn't working correctly. It occasionally crashed the game. It should be working now, I believe. That's really important because it's a super important mod to me. Also, what else? We added some new mods, and sorry, not a lot going on the screen because I'm actually looking over to the side here. They will all be updated in the video descriptions going forward, but what did we add? We added Advanced Drills Tweaked, which is one of my old favorite mods, Advanced Drills. We should have the research for it available. Where is it? Right here. Advanced Drills, which gives us access to the Advanced Mining Drill, which basically just drills faster, and they're better drills, and the better drills, they drill faster, and they have more module slots potentially, and the two highest tier ones I think have a little bit extra radius around them as well. So here's the Elite Mining Drill and then the Ultimate Drill at top tier. I don't know if they're HD or not. I somehow doubt they are, but who knows, maybe they were done. This was, and see, it's all blue science. It's all red, green, and blue science, and that strikes me as a little unusual. I would expect this to use productivity science. So it was updated for not 15, and it was actually fixed so that the localization issues that plagued it before are no longer an issue, but I feel like maybe it's not quite totally balanced. Also, I'm a little concerned they might not take advantage of the productivity upgrades. I might not actually even use these things. We're going to have to play some and find out if they work correctly and all that stuff. What else did we add? Advanced Logistics Systems first. Do I have research for that? Yes, I do, right here. Advanced Logistics Systems is super duper cool. In fact, this is probably going to be our next actual research. It gives you a button that allows you to see the entire contents of your logistics system, like the network that you're in right now. Is sort of like if you played Minecraft and you had applied energistics, and you can just scroll through your entire inventory. Everything that's in the logistics system you can see. So no more hunting down what chest it's in and all that kind of crap and blah blah blah. You can highlight what thing it's in as well. It's awesome sauce is what it is. AMMOBOX. Again, one of my favorites. That's gun turret damage. Where is the AMMOBOX gun upgrade? Is that it? Turrets 2, yeah. AMMOBOX. So AMMOBOX does a couple things. First, it lets you build, they probably have, yeah, so uranium rounds, ammo boxes. It has 100 uranium round magazines in the box, and it's just an ammo item. So instead of equipping the magazines, you equip this box instead, and this box has 100 magazines in it. So you can equip 100 of these boxes, and they have 100 magazines in each, and you can put them in turrets as well. So it's just more ammo in a more condensed space. It also works more importantly than on bullets. I never really use it for bullets because it was never that big of a deal to me. But more importantly than for bullets, it works for where is the flame inverter? Here. It works for compressed flamethrower ammo, sticking 100 flamethrower ammo into one. So a stack of these blue flamethrower canisters is 1,000 flamethrower canisters. It's quite nice. I do enjoy it. And in addition to the compressed ammo, it also adds the turret Mark II, which despite the icon being the shitty old turret icon, is actually a pretty decent little gun. It has more range and more damage potential than the basic turret, so it has the range to deal with things like big spitters and whatnot, but it also has a logistics chest attached to it, and that logistics chest you can order to receive ammo from the logistics network, so you can have bots automatically fly ammo out to these turrets. I absolutely adore skis it. I'm so happy to see it back. It hasn't been in Not 15 until very recently, and we have added it. What else did we add? We added, as I go down the list, Exoskeleton Mark II. Yes. Exoskeleton Mark II equipment right here as an extra exoskeleton for even more resources, and it is a super cool piece of gear. It gives you plus 100% walking speed, stackable the same way that other exoskeletons are. Larger inventory, so it has plus 60 slots, but that inventory only counts for the first Mark II exoskeleton you put on. If you put more than one, you don't get plus 60 for every one. That's plus one quick bar line as well, which is pretty cool. 5 logistics slots and 10 trash slots. All the extra slots it adds only apply for the first implementation of it you put on. The speed bonus you get for every single one you add, though. What else did we add? Nuclear locomotives. Yes, right here. I have mentioned Gotlag's old RTG-powered nuclear locomotive. When Not 15 came out and they added nuclear reactors, he changed it so it actually uses a new nuclear fuel to run. So it does need nuclear fuel, and you do need to process the fuel for it, but it has the same power it always had, so we can run 1-for-1 trains with these nuclear locomotives. They're very sweet, and we could totally afford to build them now. It's just I don't have the nuclear fuel for them at the moment, so I'd have to process that. Also, ooh, that might be an issue. Do I need a mod to add nuclear fuel too, or did he add it at a different research? Uranium fuel cells, but that's not what I want. Yeah, it's not uranium fuel cells, it's actually like a different fuel that he added. I'm not sure. I might need his other nuclear fuel mod in order to make this work. Because, yeah, if that's the case, we're definitely going to be grabbing that. I do want to run this. I do love that his trains that have more horsepower, so you can really run with less engines, basically. That's what it amounts to. What else do we have going on? We have nuclear locomotives, yeah, and then robot battery research. This is a new one by Clonin, I believe. I think, what's the research for it? This right here, yeah. Worker robot battery. And it looks like it's an infinite research, and you do it, and your robots get more battery size, so they can run longer without having to recharge. And I was like, oh my god, that's an amazing idea. Why isn't this in the base game? There are mods that add like nuclear powered robots that have infinite batteries, but I'm like, no, why isn't this there? Although I imagine if you got this really super duper charged up, like tons of levels in this, your robots would probably, you know, work for an hour and then spend like 3.5 hours at a RoboPort charging, which could potentially be not so good. I'm not sure. We'll see, right? We'll have to see how that works. We probably won't go super deep into this research, but we'll probably go a few tiers in just to, you know, make things a little bit more efficient. What else do we have? That might be all there was. Warehousing, WATERWELL, YARM. Yeah, that looks like everything that I've added. So now that you're up to date on all of that, let's get to business. And like I say, I will be adding all the new mods into the video description. So down to business, what we want today is to finish high-tech science. And high-tech science, we've got the processing units, we've got the batteries. What we need to build in order to do this now is speed modules. And speed modules, I'm going to need advanced circuits and electronic circuits in order to complete. Not a super duper crap ton of them though, so I'm thinking we're just going to do a combined belt that has both of those on it, because it needs 5 every 15 seconds, so that's 1 every 3 seconds for each factory. So, you know, we need like 3 factories to actually need 1 a second. Yeah, no, we can definitely afford a good number of speed module factories here. We're actually going to build a number of them too, because if we overbuild speed modules right now, it's fine. We can store them for a little while. Oh, also, last time we built this power armor, I kitted it out. So I upgraded my battery to Mark II batteries. I actually built a second one as well. So our two Mark I batteries, I upgraded them to a Mark II, and then I built a second Mark II battery. We had 5 of these solar cells. I added 8 more. Yeah, I added 8 more. So that's up to pretty much the most energy production we're going to be able to get for the time being, since there's no like RTGs or anything like that available currently. We're still using 3 Energy Shield Mark 1s, although I have actually added them in. We can use them with our roboports now. And I've got 5 roboports instead of 4. I just, like, I saved the game, I walked away, I came back just now, and it's basically only been charging for like less than an in-game day. So we do need to get all these charged up and get our batteries charged. So we're not going to be using robots for a little bit. And to that end, I'm actually going to trash these construction robots so that they don't go and grab any of this stuff while we're working here. So where do I want to build these modules? I think I want to build them down here on the build side of the factory. Like, look at that! This, I never, ever build with such nice, like, just chunk shape as that. Like, holy crap. Usually it's a little bit more spaghetti-y, but it's also a lot more, I guess, space efficient, because this chunky setup does actually use a lot of space. But, I mean, damn. Yeah, so we're going to do advanced logistics systems because I want it. And let's get our module production going on down here. I mean, I could, you know, in all fairness, though, I could just take a belt of each of them. There's no reason I can't just do this exact same setup and just do a belt of each of them, right? Like, there's no legit reason not to do this. So let's just do this. How many factories do we... I only have 6 factories on me, really? Yes, okay, let's go grab some more factories. We're gonna do some more than that. I'm thinking maybe like 10 or 12 of these. Notice how I'm completely... We're on the verge of retooling our factory, and I am completely beyond actually paying attention to ratios at this point. As I think I highlighted in the last episode when I was talking about how our circuits are completely not sustainable right now. How much? I got enough yellow belt. I think I have enough yellow other stuff. I don't have any undergrounds, so I do want 50 yellow undergrounds. And it's interesting, we haven't had our turrets get damaged hardcore yet, so that's good. We keep getting attacked constantly, but they're not taking tons of damage. We need that, and I need assembly machines, which are... Come on, I'm shopping here. Oh, the other thing that we need these... yeah, I'll just keep these 6. The other thing that we need these speed modules for is actually assembly machine Mark IIIs, which we are going to want to get into very soon. So again, we overmake these, we just bank them for a little while, and we'll end up using them in the future really quickly. But I'm not going to bother making assembly machine Mark IIIs yet. We are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to do our logistics retool first, and then once we do our logistics retool, I'll start making the assembly machine Mark IIIs, because there's no need for them this very second. And that would just mean piping speed modules back over that direction where I don't need them and all kinds of stupid, silly stuff. So, yay, it's done. Also, we could get this robot upgrade now, although I don't know if we want to do that. You know what we... Oh, no, that takes high tech. We can't do that. Tee-hee-hee-hee. Never you mind. Let's get some of this stuff that I don't have yet. Actually, turrets too. Yeah, let's get that. Get it out of the way so I can produce these things when I want them. So yeah, we're just going to feed green circuits and red circuits in here on these belts, exactly like we did everything else. There's no reason we can't do this. This is sort of the flavor of our factory here. Like, there is a construction theme to it. So we are going to hold to that theme and just, you know, make it awesome, because we can. I need... How many items do I need to load in 15 seconds? 10 items in 15 seconds, is that correct? Yeah, I need to load 10 items in 15 seconds, so there's no reason that they can't use regular yellow inserters on everything. And in fact, we could have had these on one belt and just had one yellow inserter inserting into them, and this would have worked just fine. God, I love these HD inserters. I can't get enough of these HD inserters. Like, holy crap. Let's actually just take a quick peek at ratios. I know I was like, oh, I've completely let ratios fall out the door, but let's actually take a peek at it real quick. Combat robot damage. Sure, let's do that, just in case I ever use combat robots. And what I want to see here is the high-tech science packs need 1 speed module every 14 seconds. Okay, and we make 1 speed module every 15 seconds. So if we had 6 factories, we would be behind a little bit. We have 10 factories. We are definitely going to be making enough speed modules to keep up, especially since I'm not going to be making enough processing units to keep up, so it doesn't matter. And we're not going to be making enough circuits to keep up with these modules and the processing units either, so it's okay. We are making a lot of circuits right now, but the problem is we're not making enough iron to supply them and copper to supply them, so we won't be making enough in the long run. But for now, speed module Mark 1s, yes please. That's all we need for now, and let's get ourselves our advanced circuits and green circuits into these. And I think we're going to run dedicated lines for each of them, so let's just make that happen right now. So let's run the reds on this line, which means they are going to run just like this. And is that a good place for them to come out? I guess it is. Yeah. I guess I didn't need to run it underground here, did I? Okay, we won't run it underground there. We'll run it down just like this. And additionally, we also need to run them right here. So the exact same thing is going to happen right here. And then we need to run our green circuits, and they're going to run... Are we seriously down to 14 of these already? Holy crap. Oh my goodness. They're going to run basically adjacent to this, right? Because green circuits are on the same thing. Yeah, green circuits are on the same thing, so they're going to literally run right next door. I only have 6 left. I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so I'm going to need more of these. Holy crap. I wasn't expecting to need that many underground belts for this, but I really do sort of like foundation my base off of underground belt, don't I? See, I could have had like logistics set up for this at this point, and we could have taken care of all this with logistics robots. Even though I don't have a logistics system, I could have had roboports with logistics robots and just had like storage chests for all these things. Or even passive providers. I'm pretty sure I can build those. I just can't build active, or not active. I can't build requester chests, right? Or active providers. But, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, is it? Alright, there we go. And we are going to want some splitters. And the splitters, we are going to want one goes right here and goes right here. And we're going to want one that goes up here and goes over here, and then we're going to need to run stuff underground to make this all work. Oh, that was totally wrong, by the way. That was totally wrong, what we just did there. Never mind me. Okay, so you got to come up, and we need to run you underground and you underground. And yeah, you can come all the way in, that's fine. And then we need to bring you up. And you need to split down into here, which means you need to split down into here, which means we're going to be blocking that, which means how am I going to get you off into there? I'm going to have to do it earlier on, I guess, and make crazies happen, or some kind of crazy crap. I'm not sure. Or I can do it after and do a loop back. I guess we could do it after and do a loop back. So to that end, we would be doing something like a split here, and we would be doing like this basically, which looks super duper silly, but I think it's what we're gonna have to do to make this work. And then you are going to need to split something like this and this, right? You can go under just fine, and you can just come straight on in like that. Should work for me. So you need to run under that. You need to run under that. And then you are both going to just move right on in. Okay. So there's our red and our green. And they are working, and they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, so awesome sauce. And we're basically going to do the exact same thing again over here. Actually, no, we can't do the exact same thing again over here because they are reversed on this side. So the green one is actually going to come off first on this side, just like this, and the red one is going to have to do something like that, I guess. And the green will just need to like run under, basically, something along those lines, and down like that. And you are going to have to do a loop through like this. Okay, I think that's going to work. So these don't need to be quite so aggressive there. They could be just placed like this and this, and you can just pop up like that. Connect. Oh boy. This is where these spaghetti belts get a little bit weird. So let's connect our reds in. That's going to break reds and take it off into here. Let's connect our greens in. That's going to break greens. And what am I doing? Oh no, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. What am I talking about? I need to get the second belt in here to make this work. That's going to break greens and pass them off into here. And everything is going to continue. Very good. Seems a little bit crazy to make that work, but whatever, it works. And now we are going to finish this off. So red circuits, that broke our red belt over here because I screwed up in the process. Yeah, sure, let's just continue with whatever we can do here. And green circuits, let's get you in there. Also red circuits and green circuits. Very good. And these guys should just start running, basically. There we are. Yellow inserters will be fast enough to keep these running at full speed, because they don't produce particularly quickly. They are going to eat a whole bunch of circuits for now, but they'll make enough modules for us to at least get our science up and running. And with that, we have everything in production that we need for high-tech science packs. They do need lots and lots of copper cable, which is an issue. So let's do some math real quick as I open up the Windows calculator. Alright, so we need 30 copper cable every 14 seconds, which is 2.14, and then a whole bunch of other decimals, but I'm going to call it 2.14 copper cable per second per factory that's going to run this. So if we need 2.14 times 6 means we need 12.84 copper cable per second. The copper cable recipe creates 4 copper cable per second, so we need basically 13 copper cable per second, which means we need 3 1/4 factories making it. So I basically need 4 factories making copper cable in order to do this. So that's gonna be fun, right? I think we'll do 2 on each side, and each one of those 2 will feed whatever it needs to feed to make this happen. And we will just direct it right up here, I think. I mean, this is the last of the science production we're gonna need, so actually no, I can't 2 it on each side. I'm literally just gonna need to make 4 of them. Oh, that's irritating. That is extremely, extremely irritating, but it's okay. We will just run them down and we'll just loop it around and run it up into this guy and everything will be fine. I am, however, going to upgrade this outer belt then to red belt, just knowing how much copper cable it's going to require. given its current setup. Also, these laser turrets aren't needed there anymore. I'm still holding a bunch of turrets, right? Like, that's not adding into my... Yeah, 43 of them in my hot bar, so everything should be fine. This other belt is going to need to bring in... Actually, no. That sucks, doesn't it? That sucks a lot, because currently we kind of need... We need one massive supply, and then we need some smaller supplies. So... That's kind of a big deal. So... Okay, hold on a second. We needed 2.14 copper cable per machine times 6 is 12.84 copper cable, which means we need at least 24 items per second in order to half belt this. And this is 26 items per second, so we could half belt copper cable on a red belt. And it would work. So I guess that's fine. So yeah, we got 4 items coming in. We're good. So the yellow belt, we will merge copper cable, or not copper cable, like speed modules and batteries on. And the other belt, we will merge processing units and copper cable on. Sounds good to me. So what I'm going to do here is make ourselves some copper cable factories. We're going to need 4 of them, so I'm going to build them basically the exact same, just to keep our pattern up. And we will eradicate both of these, and we're going to do this and this. And we're just going to make these copper cable factories, and we will just load one entire belt, and we'll side load onto this red one, and all will be well in the world, right? We are going to run yellow belts coming into it, because that's what's convenient at the time. I don't actually have yellow belts on me, though, so that's not very convenient at the time. But whatever. I mean, there's yellow belts like coming up into science, isn't there? Yeah, there's belts right there. We could just hijack belts from that if we really desperately needed them. But I can come here and grab some. It's not a big deal. Our underground are okay for the time being, and everything should be good. We don't need underground for this because all we're bringing into this is a single material. It's just copper. So we're just going to bring in 2 quick little splits of copper, just like this. And make it work from that. So these guys need 1 copper plate, and they make 2 cables, so that means we need 1 inserter feeding into them, and we're gonna have multiple inserters feeding out of them. So let's do something like this, and that, and we could actually afford to yellow belt this, because we're using both sides of it. But we're going to red belt it anyway, I think. We're going to red belt it, and then we're going to feed it into this one on a side load. So that should take care of it. All we need now is to run the copper up, and that means we need to do something like this. Come on, get around that. And there we go. And then we need to run it up over here as well. So we will make something like this happen. Whoopsie daisy. That didn't work out so well. And those should be pretty simple splits to make because they're just copper splits. And we will remerge and connect in here. There is another way that you can do these splits without using like multiple remerging splitters and all kinds of stuff. It takes advantage of circuits, actually. You can use wires so that you can wire the inner ends so that it will always put full flow down this first. Like, it'll actually freeze these 2 belts until this belt has full flow on it. And then after this belt has full flow, it's fully saturated, it'll open up this belt. And then once this belt has full saturation, it'll open up this belt. So that the belts that you always want to split off of will always be full saturation. It's really neat. But it also takes a long time to like set up when you have a million different splits coming off of every belt like you have in this. So it's just a lot of extra work for something that honestly you can work around without needing to worry about, so why even bother with it, basically. Okay, there we go. We have ourselves our copper cable. That should be enough to fuel this once we side load it onto that there belt. And I think to accomplish that, we are actually going to side load it up here with those. We do have to get through this stuff to do it. Well, we can move them up through here. Yeah, we can move it all the way up to here. It'll come in on this run right here, and then it'll go underneath this, and it'll side load right into these guys, and all will be well. So let's get these speed modules up there. Actually, no, I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're going to call it quits for this video because we're at a good solid half hour right now. We got our speed modules up and running. We didn't quite get the next tier of science going, but we are definitely going to get it going at the start of the next video. So thank you for tuning in to this one. I hope to see you again next time. I've been Liz. Have a great one.